What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to talk about something that I just saw on the news, on the Twitter news, basically talking about the iPhone 15. The iPhone 15 came out and already there's been problems with it, mainly focusing on the back of the phone, that it's the most fragile phone apparently, able to crack with just a simple bend towards the middle despite it being made out of titanium. Around the edges, I think. And what prompted me to make this video was actually this video of apparently an Apple store getting looted in Philadelphia. And it's super crazy. And let me show you real quick what it's all about.
Look, security running.
Oh shit, I saw it.
Yeah, man.
Now, this is obviously horrible, and even though I'm not an Apple person, I don't support looting, I don't support stealing people's stuff, you know. And I venture to guess these are the same types of people who complain about Apple and large corporations who use money to basically underpay their workers and destroy the environment. Not saying I support those things, but I'm venture to guess these guys are probably the same peas in the pot. Know what I'm saying? Now, I actually used to work at a phone service company. And the funny thing about this video is that apparently these idiots don't know that with technology advancing and how security has been more advanced, pretty much all the phones that you see on displays are basically unusable, and they're demos for a reason. You can steal them from the stores, but that doesn't mean you can use service on them. Basically, these doofuses, the only way they're able to make a profit on it or sell it is if they lie to someone and have an iPhone 15 Pro Max for sale, and then it turns out they sold a demo version to, I guess, an unlucky guy, I guess, a gullible guy, and then they end up having a demo version which is unable to have service on it. Pretty terrifying. I mean, if I was in that situation, I would get the hell out of there. I'd go in the back of the room. And I actually do have a story about this, because back when I used to work at one, I remember around Christmas time and around New Year's Eve, there was actually a situation that almost turned into a robbery, and I believe we were only minutes away from a robbery. Basically, what had happened was these two cars showed up outside the parking lot, and four people, two from each car, came into the store, and they were asking about the latest products. They wanted the latest iPhone and the latest tablet, right? Like, we didn't think these guys were serious about buying it. Not to judge a book by its cover, but we could tell that they were not really interested in buying anything. They wanted to, quote unquote, see the merchandise before buying it, if you know what I mean. Anyways, so they said they were going to come back because they wanted to check it out for their family member. And so they left. Funny enough, they said they were going to come back in an hour. Well, first of all, they came late. And then when they came back, one of the cars was the same, but the other car was different. And the different car had two other different people. So out of the four original people, two of them swapped out and came in a different car and swapped in for two other people. And I could swear, literally, they were like one guy at the door, one guy towards the middle, and another guy at the other side of the room, and one in the back. I swear to you guys, I thought we were going to get robbed right then and there. The only reason being, we don't got the money, I'll get you back, or I'll get you back. Kind of seeing that they weren't able to rob from us. But yeah, pretty scary situation. This person stealing the MacBook has been in multiple videos. Mask is a dead giveaway.
Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway.
Charles, thank you very much.
Dead giveaway.
Looks like The Purge. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. Soon there won't be any nice stores left in Philadelphia to loot. I've never been to Philadelphia, but I mean, that's what happens when people start to loot, people start to destroy stuff in major cities. Companies, corporations, they just pull out because they realize that they're not making enough money. It's not worth it to be able to put their stores over there if they're just going to keep getting robbed. Imagine dropping $1,200 on a phone, and right as you walk out, these scholars pull up and get it all for free. Oh my gosh, that's gotta be unlucky, bro. And then they steal it from you. No way, dude. No way. Don't these thieves know that all these devices are going to be bricked as soon as they leave the store? Apple took away the incentive to steal from their phones a long time ago. Or am I missing something? You know what phone stores should do? What they should do is put a tracker bug to basically activate as soon as it leaves like a certain radius from the store. And then once it leaves that area that where the signal loses connection, it just does something to the phone. It ruins it. Maybe some black ink like starts to seep out from the phone. Maybe it short circuits out, or it turns the screen completely black, or maybe explodes it. Now what are they going to do with those phones that have no SIM cards and will never work? Make drink coasters out of them? They share the joy of a false harvest. Yeah, it's like I said, technology has progressed. There are more ways to deal with theft than ever before. All the iPhones will just get locked, and once turned on, tracked. That's another thing too, bro. You will be found. You will be found. And after, they will say you're racist. See, that's the thing too. Then they're going to say, oh, it's racist because you're covering this, or because this is affecting a minority group. It's like, no, dude, crime is crime. You're not a bad person for pointing out crime. shut the hell up. Truly the best of society. Yeah, bro, if you can't afford a phone, if you have to steal a phone, I think you're pretty down bad for cash. You gotta do something else, bro. DoorDash is not that difficult. Uber is not that difficult. Indeed. And I just wanted to talk about this because I think it's so dumb that people today still think that robbing places for technology is still a viable way to get money. I mean, the devices are basically useless. And once people find out, hey, this is not a legit product, they're not going to buy from you. And all of this just for the chance of making money. What is it, $1,200? Like, you're going to get caught eventually. People get caught all the time and they think they're so slick. And all of that just for $1,200? My guy, you're wasting your life away, bro. I remember another situation like this where I remember it was Christmas time, and this was like years ago when I was probably 15 or 16. We were shopping around at GameStop. And at that time, GameStop still had the disc of the game. Like, they still had a copy of the discs. And again, because people rob, because people find new ways to steal, they've adapted it. That's why you no longer have GameStops. Rest in peace, GameStop. But at the time, GameStop still had, that's why GameStop doesn't have the CDs in the cases anymore. Because years ago, around Christmas time, when I went to see video games and I wanted to pick one out to put on my list for my letter to Santa, yes, I still believe in Santa. Shut up. This guy was walking around and he had a hoodie and he had a mask on. And I remember he was just pacing around circles, looking around pretending like he was going to buy something. And he was really weird because he was doing these kind of struts, like he was walking fast, like he had walking with a purpose, but he was walking aimlessly around the store just looking. And then he fixed his eyes on, I think it was a Super Mario Galaxy game or something like that. It was a Nintendo game. He grabs it, acts like he's going to walk towards the counter, and just makes a bolt towards the front door. And he starts running until he gets to the entrance of the mall. This was years ago. But remember, this is why if you've ever gone to a GameStop as a realize I'm sounding old right now, you realize that if you buy a game from GameStop, they don't actually keep it in the cases anymore. You actually have to go to the cashier and either they have it at the desk or they send someone to go get the games from the back. Right. I mean, yeah, it's crazy. I only want to talk about this because it's incredible to me that for such a fragile phone, people are looting a phone that's marginally better than the last one, marginally better than, I guess, every other phone out there. And yet this is apparently the weakest phone to date. Imagine risking your life. Imagine risking going to jail to steal some merch, to steal the newest iPhone. You put them in your bag, you put them in your pocket, and by the time you get home, you realize they're broken. You're pretty much screwed, and all for nothing, dude. Couldn't be me, but yeah, just wanted to talk about this real quick. Peace.